Hi guys, welcome to the first Halloween tutorial of this season. So we're going to start by glue sticking our brows down. I did 3 coats of this and I waited for it to dry in between each coat, and then I just started doing other stuff in between. So this is me drawing in the teeth. I just drew triangle shapes and just made sure that the triangles would match up to each other from top to bottom, and I did this with an eyeliner. So next I took some white face paint. I used the Ben Nye one, the clown paint, and I just shaded in the triangles where the teeth would go. And yeah. So now we're taking some black face paint and we're gonna go ahead and fill in this space in between the teeth. So just all that negative space. That's gonna make us look like we've got our mouth open even when we've got it closed. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through that. So I ended up having to use a black liquid lipstick because the face paint wasn't as dark as I wanted, but this is the desired effect. So I just closed my mouth just to make sure I didn't miss any gaps when I made facial expressions. Then using my Master Bruise wheel from Ben Nye, I took the yellow because Pennywise's teeth aren't actually white like these were. They're kind of yellow and like decayed and nasty, so I thought I'd give it that effect. Sorry if you keep seeing me look, I was watching TV, I was watching This Is Us while doing this, probably, I don't know. But I was touching my eyebrows just to make sure that the first layer was dry, and this is actually my 3rd layer, if I'm not mistaken, of that glue stick. So like I said, I do a layer, let it dry, then do another layer, and then do something else. So I took the white face paint and I just started blending that all over my face. Use a beauty blender that you don't care about or a makeup sponge you don't care about, because this stuff is impossible to get off. Also with your brushes. With face paint, I wouldn't use like your typical makeup brushes. Then I took a small brush and I started going over all the fine little points, and we're going to start covering our eyebrows in the next clip. And this is the moment that it felt real. So I got some Nyx. It's like a cream based paint, so I guess it's like face paint in the red. I ended up using this to outline exactly where I wanted the lines, but then I went in with a liquid lipstick. I went in with Ofra Cosmetics in Atlantic City. It just gave it a more vibrant tone than this was giving it. And this is the moment I knew something was wrong. I looked down into my mirror and boy, crease city. So I went in with a beauty blender just to try to blend the creases out, but I thought it best to set it. So set your face makeup, set your face paint. Yeah, you don't want to become a creasy mess. Back to regularly scheduled programming. I took Safe Word from the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Androgyny palette, and I used that basically as a base and all over the lid and kind of all over the crease. And I went way beyond my normal crease area because I really wanted this to be big and dark and intense. So just take that in both eyes. Now I wanted some yellow vibrancy to match the teeth, so I took the Yes Please palette. This is the shade Mischief, and I put that right underneath Safe Word. For the eyeshadow that inspired the whole look, Bloodmilk from the Kat Von D Serpentina palette. This is a beautiful, pigmented, very rich red. So I wanted to use it in this tutorial. I knew that from the beginning. Now I went back in those palettes and basically did the reverse underneath my eyes. So red, then the yellow, and then Safe Word last. Struggle busting so hard with how to hold this eyeliner pencil, but I wanted to go ahead and finish up the lines through the eyebrows first before I started doing the eyebrows. Then it was time to add a little bit of gore. This is the Nye Thick Blood. It just comes in a little container like that. There's various containers. I just use this one. It's lasted me quite a bit of time. And I wanted to add that right underneath the chin, like I just devoured somebody. And I just like using the thick blood because I like the look it gives, and it looks like coagulated. So I wanted her to be glam, so I decided to use the Makeup Shack lashes in Showstopper. Remember, use code TheMakeup.Talk to save 20% off all Makeup Shack items. Sorry for the little plug, but these were super wispy and they really stood out in the look. The more I looked at her, she was missing something, like a little cute accessory, so I gave her a collar. I just used the same white face paint down my neck and just stippled it all around just to get kind of that desired gradient fading into the skin effect. Then I took a flat shader brush and the NYX red face paint and I started drawing kind of squiggles around the outside, and I went ahead and drew them all around my neck. I drew 2 rows of the squiggles. I went pretty slow at first just to get the right kind of definition, and then I started going pretty fast. Took a shader brush from Morphe and I just started blending them because I kind of wanted it to look messy and not as defined as it was. To really give it that worn in kind of old looking effect, I went in with some black eyeshadow very, very, very lightly, and I started kind of deepening the parts that would be the up parts because I knew that's where a normal shadow would lay. I got this wig from the 99-cent store. It was $1.99 and it did the job. Then I popped in the contact lenses that I got, and that is the completed look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the rest of my Halloween videos. I've got more tutorials coming up. Thanks, guys.